Good morning and welcome back to the channel. It's another Monday, so it means we've got some items to go out that have been sold over the weekend. We have a total of 8 orders for £195. Pretty average nowadays. So let's get straight into it. Let's just get them picked and get them packed. It's actually midday, so I'm actually on my lunch break. Work this week is crazy busy, so there's a lot I need to factor in when I do my planning session later. So normally I'm in the office 1 day a week, which means there's not a lot happening on eBay, but this week I'm in the office 2 days in a row. So Wednesday, Thursday, I'm in the office, there's nothing I can do regarding eBay. I'm probably going to be there till late, so I'm not going to be able to do anything after work. Certainly not going to do anything before work because I'll be on the road from like 5. So it's a very short week this week. Anyway, we'll get into that when I do the planning. So first up we have A503. A503 is a pair of Levi's shorts. I think they're shorts. Yes, they're shorts. They're silver tab shorts. They have gone for £26.99. Very nice. B1304 is my best sale from the weekend. It is a super dry rugby shirt, but it is a Leicester Tigers super dry rugby shirt. It wasn't in the greatest condition actually. I don't know if you can see, but it's all cracking. All the lettering and numbering is cracking, so it wasn't in great condition. Some of these were listed for like 60 odd quid, and because of the condition I listed mine at 45. It's taken a little while to sell, probably 4-5 months, but it has sold for exactly that, £45. Can't be bad. B1503. This is a shirt that I really liked, and if it was my size, I'd be wearing it. It's a Rocco's Modern Life shirt. The brand is 21 Men. Don't know if that means anything. I had it listed for 20 quid because I thought it's quite an unusual shirt. You don't see that very often. It's a size medium. No. Is it a size medium? No, extra small. Size extra small, which is probably why it's hung around so long. I had it listed for 20 quid, as I said. Somebody offered me 13, and because it's been sat around so long, I've sold it for 13. Cost of goods were probably about 2 or 3 quid, so not too bad. B604 and B609. Two pairs of shorts going out the door. B604 is a pair of Levi's. They are cut off jeans, so they weren't originally shorts, and a pair of Wrangler shorts. The Levi's went for a tenner, the Wranglers went for £18.99. We have F105. F105, which is a Blood Angels Warhammer t-shirt. It is brand new with tags. I paid £2 for it. It is sold for 16 quid on offer. F505. F505 is a Guns N' Roses baseball cap. Paid £1 for that one. and that's sold for $9.99. And then F509. F509 is the first of the military jackets to go from the Boom wholesale sack that I got 2 weeks ago. Only got listed 4 or 5 days ago, so really happy to see that one go. That one's gone for £20. Again, that was on offer. I think it was only 23 quid, and then they offered me 20, so happy days, take that. That's all the sales on the weekend. I'm going to get these packed up now, and I've got to get back to work because my 9 to 5 is crazy busy this week. So I've basically ramming 5 days into 3 days this week for my 9 to 5. So yeah, not a lot of time to focus on eBay this week. And it's Tuesday morning. Now, I did a bit of a planning session last night. Didn't film it, it was really late last night. I finished football, and before I knew it, I was procrastinating on the sofa watching TV. And then I forgot I had to do a planning session and go through all my numbers. So I quickly come into the garage last night and did it, but I'll show you where we landed last week and what the plan is for this week. So, this last week was my joint second worst week on eBay this year. So this is where we landed. Not very good reading at all. Considering in week 19 last year we made £731 in revenue, and this year we only made 266. It's pretty bleak. And then moving on to the outgraph, which is a little bit better. So we are about £100, so we landed here. Compared to last year, the blue line is 24, the orange line is 25. Compared to last year we spent 510. This year we spent 402. So we did better on the outgoings, not great at all on the inbound. So let me take you through what I've got planned for this week. So let's go to the whiteboard. So today is Tuesday, so we're going to post all of our items, which is 1. So that won't take very long. I'm going to do 10 photos, so 10 items photographed. We're going to put 5 live from our draft bank, and then I need to clean the garage. Originally I planned to clean the garage on Sunday, but it is a bit of a state. So I've got items I need to put away, I've got damaged items from the Boom wholesale sack. I've got some of the military stuff that I've still not done anything with yet. I say I've not done anything with it. I've actually called the guy that gave me his card to see if I could flip it quickly, and we couldn't come to an agreement of the price that he wanted to pay. He didn't want any of it other than the respirator, which is obviously the most valuable thing here. Now, I've had a quick look on eBay, and their prices are all over the place. Like, some people have got them listed for 160, some people have got them listed for 30. Some have sold for 160, some have sold for 30. So I just need to work out where the best price point is. There is a lot on eBay. There's like 2 million on eBay, but there is a lot sold. Probably 1 million the last time I looked. So it won't be too bad if I price it competitively. Now, remembering that this whole bundle cost me 20 quid, I think I'm going to put that at about 60. So everything is free, basically. Anyway, back to the plan. So this week I have 2 office days, Wednesday and Thursday. Now I'm in the office all day, both days. There's nothing I can do. I'm leaving the house at like 5 in the morning. I won't get back till 8 or 9 at night. There is going to be nothing done for eBay apart from 5 going live each day from the draft bank. Friday, I will then post anything that comes in from Wednesday and Thursday, and I'm going to do 10 photos and set 5 live. Saturday is going to be 30 photos and 5 live from the draft bank. And then this week I'm going to take £300 to the car boot and set 5 live from the draft bank. The reason why I've upped the car boot number from 150 to 300 is because this week is the last week that my contact at the car boot is going to be there for like a week, and because this week is the last week that my contact at the car boot is going to be there before he goes on holiday. So we had a conversation last week at the car boot, and he said that he's probably going to do like a fire sale on all of his stuff, so be prepared for it. And I thought, well, if I spend £300 this week, I won't probably do a car boot next week. So there we have it. That's the plan for this week. I have had one sale. It was these Simpsons. They look like Converse. They're not Converse. They're just, I think they're women's. I can't remember what size they are off the top of my head. Paid £1 for them. They've been sat on the store for ages. I thought it might be quite niche. Somebody who was into the Simpsons might want them, but been sat there for so long now. They've sold for £6. So we haven't lost any money on them. It's just I've had to spend time storing them. I mean, when you factor in the fact that I've had to pick them up, take photos, list them, store them, and you've made £5 before any fees. So probably not a lot in it, but you know. And that's it for now. I've already done my 5 listings live this morning. I'm going to do 10 photos this evening, and maybe on my lunch I'm going to clean the garage because it's an absolute state. I'll check back in later. And just as I finished filming that little segment, I've had another sale come in for £20 for this All Saints jumper. It's just a black slim fit jumper. I picked that up for £5, I think I did at the car boot. No, charity shop. Remember when I went to the charity shops and it was like, I picked up a load of All Saints shirts and jumpers. That's when it was. Yeah, 5 or 6 into 20. I had it listed for 25, I think. Took the offer of 20. Happy days. Right then, let's get this garage cleaned up, shall we? How am I going to do this? And we're done. Now, it may not look a load tidier, but at least I can walk through it now. So this box has been emptied. We've just got an empty tub there with my 2 items, a massive 2 items that I've got going out today. I've boxed up the military gear. That's going to be my listing for today. I'm going to try and get as much of that listed as possible. That's the pile of clothing that I've got to work with. I'm just going to crack on and try and see what I can get for some of these items from Boom Wholesale. I've had nothing back from them at all. I know wholesale customer service in general isn't great, but you know, it's one of those things when you deal with wholesale. I think you've got to take the rough with the smooth when it comes to wholesalers, and that one bale was a bit rough. The rest of them have been really smooth, so that's tidy. Great, I can tick that off the list. I do have a bit of a bag down here that I still need to put away, but that can be done later. So just got to do 10 photos and get them to the post office now. Well, it has been a long old day at work, and now I've got to do 10 sets of photographs. So I'm just going to knock them out as quickly as I can. This is the thing I find the hardest in the evenings, is when you've been at work all day. So I've been at work since like 8:30 this morning. It's like 6:30 now. And then you've got to like have your dinner and pick yourself back up again to give you the energy to go and do work on your own business. I find it a lot more difficult because it's the end of the day. I just want to chill out, but I've got to push things forward. I've only got to do 10 sets of photos. I'm gonna see if I can do the military stuff first, some quick easy photographs, and then I'll probably jump on to do some clothing if I need to, but I've got to get it done. So I've just been doing some research into the barber jacket that I got, that's got all of the stains on it and the button that's only half left. It looks like this is quite a rare jacket as well, which is even more annoying. It is the Lumley Riding Blazer size large. Now, there's none of these listed on eBay. That number that's on there and the words Lumley Riding Blazer do not come up on eBay at all. I've only found 2, and one of them is out of stock. Both having the listing extremely rare. The one that's on Depop is for sale for £150, and the one that's on, I think it's called Vestiaire, looks like it's a French website. The last one sold for €245. So even though it's heavily worn and stained, I might still do okay with that, depending if I'll have to list it and see. I'll probably list it for 100 and see what happens. The 2 that had sold were in really good condition, so mine is not. So that's going to hamper the price quite a bit. So I think if I maybe go for 100 and see what happens from there. Sometimes I speak too soon. The zip mechanism doesn't seem to be working either. It doesn't do up at all. I can't even get them together. It's like the bottom tooth is just sort of pinged out the wrong way. So that is definitely going to need some rework. But at least now I know that if I can get the zip working, it should still be worth listing. On to the next one. Right, so I've just done some more research on the Mammoth coat that had the damage on it. If you didn't see last week's video, there is some damage on the shoulder area. There's no way I can fix that. If I was to get the wife to sew it or put a patch over it, it's really obvious that it's damaged. I've checked the sold comps. People are achieving around about the £50 or £60 mark for them. In a damaged condition, I'm going to try and get 20, maybe 25, and then accept offers below that. So it will still give me the ASP that I want. So I want above £15. So it should still do that. It's just whether or not it's going to sit a lot longer because it's damaged. That I don't know. The sell-through rate in the normal circumstances is okay. Probably got about 30%, but there's none that have been sold, none that I can see listed that were damaged, so it'd be interesting to see how long that one takes to shift. Now, that is the 10 done. I'm going to call Tuesday. The next time I check in will probably be a Friday. But if I do get out early on Wednesday and Thursday, I'll let you know what's happened. And if I have some nice sales, I'll check back in them.
2 days later.
Good morning. It is Friday. We've reached the end of the week. The working week, not the eBay week. As predicted, nothing happened Wednesday and Thursday. Stuck at work all day. So I've got some orders that I need to get out. So I've had 10 orders over the past 2 days for £162, which is not too bad. And some of them are quite high value. One of them. Let's get into it. So the first one we have was this pair of shorts. They are from the brand White Stuff. Now these were not part of the Fleek wholesale bundle. These were a pair that I picked up. It's got to be close to a year now. It's got to be close. Maybe July, August last year. I think I had them listed for £12.99. I think I picked them up for like £2, and I took an offer of £8.50. So happy to see the back of them. Next up, we have another pair of shorts. These are some Levi cargo shorts. These did come from the Fleek wholesale bundle, and they have gone on offer for £16.51. I actually had them listed for £20. Didn't get any real views on them, and this was the first one, so I don't want to keep stock that I don't have to, you know. £16.50, £16.51 is above that ASP that I'm after, so happy days. Next pair was another pair of Levi's 569s. Yep, Levi's 569 waterless Bermuda shorts. They have gone for £19.99, and again they came from the Fleek wholesale bundle. The next one, I'm glad to see the back of this one. So this is a Funko Pop Thanos Avengers Endgame t-shirt. This is the oldest item in my store, guaranteed. It's definitely a year. There's nothing older than a year because I think the latest one is June, so we're not quite at a year. But this, I think this is the oldest item in my store, and I'm happy to see it go. You know, when you start off doing eBay or reselling, you pick up bad items, and that was a bad pickup. I think I paid like £4 for it. It was definitely a car boot. Yeah, you just learn, don't you? I mean, I saw the brand Funko and I thought, well, a t-shirt might be worth a tenner. It's not. It's sold for a £5. So I've made no money on it. What I've done is I bought it for £4. I've kept it for a year, made no money on it, and resold it. Great. Next up, we have a Gant shirt. It's a nice shirt, that one. That's been sat around quite a while as well, actually. I'm actually really surprised on that one. I've not had much in the way of views on that one, but it has sold for full asking price of £19.99. No, £19. So that's how old you. I know that's old because I used to do whole numbers. So anything that's whole numbers. So that one was 5. That one was 19. Whereas all of the newer ones, I always do 99 or 95. something to do with the consumer psychological. They see it as cheaper. Don't know. So this next one is a whole number, but this isn't as old. This is an offer. So somebody offered me £11 for this fat face. It was on for £12.99. Somebody offered me 11. I'm going to take that. Happy days. And the best sale over the last 2 days was the respirator. Now, I've said before that my VA doesn't do any of my other items other than clothing. So all of the military stuff that isn't clothing, so I've still got the trousers to list, I listed myself. And I listed this Wednesday, sent it live Wednesday, and within 4 hours I had an offer come in. So I listed it for 60 and an offer came in for 40. Now, a lot of people wouldn't have listed it for 60 to start with. A lot of people would have held out for more. The view I had of it was there was a lot on eBay and I don't want to be sitting on stock, so I wanted to be competitive, and £60 was competitive. An offer came in for 40, which meant that mine was really competitive, and I took it because the whole bundle cost me 20. So everything else is free. You know, £20 of that bundle has been recuperated. I'm already £20 in profit before fees and taxes, etc. Already £20 in profit on that bundle. So anything that sells now is a bonus. And that's the way I see it. I don't want to keep hold of this for a year. So it's gone. And then the last sale is this Harry Potter. It's the Weasley's house, the Weasley family home, the Burrow. It's a 3D jigsaw. Now it's all complete because I did the jigsaw to do the listings. So I had to complete the jigsaw to make sure it was complete and get the photographs. And it's not worth as much as I thought it was. When I seen it on the table, I think I paid 2 or 3 for it. And I thought, well, it's a 3D puzzle. I know 3D puzzles can do quite well. It's Harry Potter, so there's going to be an interest in the market for it. And I thought it was quite cool. But it wasn't worth that much. Probably because there's a lot of them. It is sold for £10.99. Not bad, not terrible, not the best. But anyway, it's gone. Happy to see the back of it. So, I've just got to get all this packed and posted now. And then later on, I have 10 photos that I need to do, 10 lots of photos that I have to get done because that's what I've committed to. 30 photos tomorrow. It should be a nice week. I've actually had a text from my contact at the car boot. He is going on holiday next week. So this Sunday, he's having a flash sale. And items are going to be a lot cheaper than they normally would be. And anything that he makes is going to go into his holiday fund. So I'm going to take probably more than I bargained to. So I was going to take 300. I'm probably going to take 400 and see what I can pick up. See how good the flash sale is. He wants to replenish his stock as well. So there's some items that he's had for a while that I would normally pick up, but not at the price that he normally would charge me. So there were some other Rohan t-shirts. Normally I would pick that up. That's a brand that I would pick up, but not at the price that he would normally want to receive for it. But if there's a flash sale on and everything's going for like £3, then I'm picking up a Rohan t-shirt. So that's my theory on that. One thing I've got to do today or tomorrow is find my chest mount so I can actually record. So that's one job I need to do. I'm actually going to write that on the board. Find chest mount. Right, packing time. Good morning. It is Saturday morning. It's currently 9 AM. And I've got to get these photographs started. Now, originally I said I was going to do 30 photographs. But that's not going to be possible because I only have 20 SKUs left. Now, I have more than 20 SKUs, but I've been planning a stock take for quite a while. And what I do is I run down my SKUs so that I don't have any left, so that when I do my stock take, I recreate the SKUs. So rather than having a list of SKUs here, looking at the laptop to see what I've got SKU'd and trying to cross-reference, I run down the SKUs completely so there's nothing left. And then if I'm running through, I don't know, A1, and I've got A1, 01, 2, 3 and 4, but I'm missing 5, I'll write down A1, 05 and create the SKU lists again. And then I'll continue to, if I sell A105, I will continue to mark that down again to keep reusing that location until I'm due another stock take. And it's usually about 1 or 2 weeks out, depending on how many locations I've got free. I'll decide that I'm not going to write down the locations, I'm going to let them all run down and then do a stock take again. So the plan is today, do 20 photos, but I think more importantly, I've got to find this chest mount. I had a quick look for it on Friday, couldn't see it anywhere. So yeah, I'm just going to get into the photos. Unfortunately, yeah, I've got one phone. The phone is what I use to take pictures on. I think eventually, from a process point of view, an independent camera is probably going to be better with a memory card that you can just flip the memory card out, put it onto the computer, send it to the Google Drive to send to the VA. I think that's probably the best process so that you're not using your phone and stuff. And I think the problem I have is I clog my phone up full of pictures, and because I'm recording all the videos on the phone, my phone storage gets full very quickly. I think in future I will have to invest in a camera that is just for taking photographs, but for now this is what I've got, this is what I'm working with. I'm just going to crack on with it. So 20 items have been photographed. I've just got a couple of piles of clothing here, so this one here just needs ironing. It's mostly shirts, to be fair. This middle pile is all of the rework, or it needs spot treatment, it's got stains on it, etc. Obviously the barber coat needs the zip reworking, and there's just a few little spots on a few of the items that haven't come out in the wash originally. And then this smaller pile here is the stuff that definitely I cannot do anything with. I've got a Kraghopper's quarter zip that's got fag buns all in it, so that's going to be useless. I've got a Nike full zip track top, which the zips don't work, the pockets don't work, the zip doesn't work at the top, so that's useless. And a small Nike tee, so that's just going to get donated to charity shop. Other than that, table is clear. I'm ready to buy some more stock tomorrow. I do have some of a backlog up here. That's trousers. That's the Gant coat, which I thought might be okay, but it's got a lot of stains on it as well. So when I come to do trousers and long dresses and coats and stuff, that's when I'll worry about that. And I've now run out of locations, so my next week's task, I already know, will be to do a stock take. Now it might be on Saturday next week. I might be able to do a bit in the week, I don't know. But there will be no more listing, no more photographs taken until that stock take is complete. So it's within my best interest to get it done ASAP. But for now, that's it. Oh, one other thing. One of you left a comment on my last video saying that there is no way that Canada Goose gilet is going to be real. And you are absolutely bang on. It's fake as hell. So the inside tags, it hasn't got a hologram, it hasn't got a QR code. But now I know what to look for when I'm at the car boot or in a charity shop. I know I need to look for those things. Beforehand, I had no idea how to authenticate one of these. The sad thing is, it feels really nice. It's actually quite decent quality, to be fair. If it was my size, I'd probably just keep it for the dog walk, you know, going out walking the dog. I might give it to my brother. He's a size medium, I think. So yeah, might do that. So it won't go to waste completely. That's it for now. I said this last week, but hopefully the next time you see me, I'll be walking around a field at a car boot. Let's see if I can find that chest mount. Good morning. Sunday morning. It's car boot time. Now, I could not find my chest mount at all. Weirdly enough, I've got the attachment that the phone sits on, which is what I'm holding now. I have the actual strap that goes over the shoulder to hold it in, so I'm gonna have to order another one. So I'm gonna try and just film it like vlog style as I normally would. Now this might be a really short walk round the car boot, because the first port of call is to go to my contact at the car boot and see what his flash sale is all about. You know, if it might be that I just hang around there and buy a load of items from him. It might be that his idea of a sale is not the same as my idea of a sale. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I'll be able to bring you along for the journey.
What I've done is I've been putting like labels on what I want a bit more money from, but I'm willing to obviously let it go cheap anyway. Yeah. But it just so in my head.
Oh, have you priced them up individually?
No, not priced them.
Oh, right.
Anything that's not got a white label on, obviously I'll get like t-shirts, I don't know, £2 or something. Yeah. Polo shirts I'll do for £3. Yeah. On non-white labels. Yeah. The ones with white labels on, obviously, I will obviously throw some stuff in and do your deals or whatever it is, and you know, whatever.
So white labels are the more expensive ones?
Yes, but I wanted you to have first priority on stuff. Okay. That because you've been fair with prices. Yeah. And you know, I want to look after you because you know you've been fair, and that's the way I work. Where you know, it will probably buy the rest of it, whatever. But I'd rather you have first pick.
So are we saying things like that are £3?
No, and jump. I'll do that for 4.
Do that one for 4. Yeah. Okay.
You know what? I will do that for free. Look, I'm not bothered. I'll do that for free.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll do that for free.
I'll just throw in the bag for now. Yeah.
Like I say, you want to make a pile behind, like whether it's like t-shirts, polo shirts, jumpers, and then.
Yeah. Have you got something I can put them on, or just I'll just put them on my bags, I suppose. Well, that was a bit crazy. So I've literally just been to one stall, so that's my contact at the car boot. That's a lot. I paid £3.50 for all of it. It works out to be about £5.50 an item, which is a lot cheaper than he normally does, to be fair. I mean, normally it's like £8 or £9 an item as a rough estimate. It's been really difficult to to video any of the process though, because just trying to look through 500 items to pick out what I needed, and there's loads of people around there, so I don't think I got much in the way of footage, but I've grazed my knuckle, which hurts. I've ordered a chest mount, so the next time I do a car boot I'll be fully prepared, and I'll put it somewhere that I know is safe going forward, so that I don't have this problem again. I'm going to get all this in the van. I've still got a little bit of cash left, so I'm still going to have a quick mooch around. So the garage is now very full. I need to do some sorting out, but I'm going to show you what I picked up. There's a lot here, so it'll be a very rapid fire. I probably won't talk too much about the things that I picked up, but it'll just be a quick show and tell. And yes, I did pick up some Playmobil. Oh no, I'm a clothing reseller and I shouldn't pick up things that aren't clothing because I don't have much in the way of storage for it. But that whole lot was like 13 quid and I just couldn't help myself. There's 3 sets, 13 quid. The ladies assured me they're complete, which doesn't mean anything at a car boot, but if they are complete, should be okay. Anyway, let me put you down and see if I can... I don't even know where my stand is. I don't even know where my stand is now, so... on the laptop maybe? That'll do for you. I've got to come this way anyway. Yeah, let's do that then. There'll be no particular order to this. So we have a shirt by the brand Animal. As I said, all of this stuff came to £350. All of the clothing stuff came to £350, which I thought was a pretty decent deal. Let me see if I can straighten you up a little bit. This is a Ralph Lauren shirt. Wouldn't normally have picked this up, but I haven't normally. I've seen this a few times, but normally it would be about 8 quid. And normally I don't like to pick them up if they haven't got a logo on the front. This one doesn't, but it does have the elbow patches, so that was quite nice. That's just a standard Tommy Hilfiger jumper. It has got a little bit of a detail down the side. Again, wouldn't normally pick it up if it was £8 or £9. I think today that one was sort of like 3 quid. So he had some priced at £2, some priced at £3, and then some priced at a little bit more. And the average came out to be 5 quid. So we have a Callaway under. I was going to say Under Armour, but that's a brand. Can't think of what it is now. Base layer, Callaway base layer. That's quite nice. Also, wouldn't normally pick up Superdry because we'd normally want 8 or 9 quid for it, and I don't really think Superdry is worth a great amount. I think people hold a bigger value than it actually is on eBay. But Superdry puffer jacket for a £5. Worth a punt on that. I've actually picked up a few Superdry bits in this bundle. Random t-shirts. That'll be alright. No idea what it says or what it's from, but you know. British Lions. just a standard polo. You know, the kind of thing that will go for 10 to 12 quid. We've got a Gant polo. It's a nice colourway, that one, purple and pink. This is a Paul Smith jumper. It's got a nice detail down the sleeves. Nice little green detail. Peaky Blinders t-shirt. This is another super dry. It's like a quarter button. It's a really heavy one, that one. That should do okay. This is a Massimo Dutti, and I cannot remember if I picked this brand up before or not, so I thought I'd give that one a go. Although that one definitely needs a wash. I mean, some of these have got stains on them. That's to be expected. I'm not expecting them to be ready to go. All of this will have to be washed anyway. Some of them will have to be spot treated. This is a brand called Splashdown Equipment, and I did a quick research when I was in the field, but there's not many sold, there's not many listed, and the prices is all over the place. But this is a more vintage one. I think it's worth about 20 quid, so give it a go. This is a really heavy Ben Sherman jacket. It's quite nice. This is just a Sherwood Forest gilet. I think that I picked this one. I know why I picked this up, because of the style. It's very country shooting-esque style. That style will appeal to a lot of people. Staple, fat face t-shirt. Can't go wrong with a fat face t-shirt. Just a plain t-shirt like that will go for 8 or 9 quid. Maybe a bit more, maybe a tenner. Another super dry jacket. Again, for a fiver, you can't complain. You know, you see them in charity shops for 20 odd quid. I thought this was quite a nice one. This is a Wales jacket. It's a full zip. Looks quite old. It actually says 100% unofficial on it, which is really weird to see. It's got Wales apparel on the back. But I liked it. Another standard in my store is a Jules heavy cotton long sleeve top. That will do quite well. I have a Team GB track top. I think that one's a Weird Fish. Nothing special about that one, but you know, it'll sell for between 10 and 14, I'd have thought. We have a pair of Levi's shorts. Another super dry, but this is a leather jacket. Again, for a fiver. Not going to turn it down for a fiver. On a normal day, he would have charged. To be fair, he would have only charged probably 10 to 12 quid for it, and it's probably worth that. But You know, I usually overlook it at that price. These are some hot tuna swim shorts. I'll do okay, I think, because the rest of my shorts are selling okay. This is a Volvo jacket. Not sure if Volvo has the same kind of following as other car manufacturers, but I'll find out. This is a nice one. This is a Champion track top, and the girl that I bought it from, this was one of the only items that I didn't buy from my contact. The girl that I bought it from said she bought it from a vintage shop, so she thinks it's pretty old. But yeah, it's nice. What do we have here? Oh, this is a Timberland. Now, I wouldn't normally pick up Timberland. I just don't think it holds much of a value, but it's cashmere, so it's a cashmere blend. Merino wool, cashmere, done. Thank you. Those two materials I'll pick up all day long. It doesn't really matter the brand either. It could be M&S, it could be Next, it could be anything. As long as it's cashmere or merino wool, not too fussed. Jewels, quarter zip. Now this was one, so this is by the Savile Row company, and it's Pima cotton, but it's brand new with tags. So I thought I'd give that one a go. Feels quite nice. Just a standard England rugby shirt with the rose. It's a Canterbury shirt. You'll have to forgive me if you can hear the tumble dryer. Not sure why we've got the tumble dryer on when it's nearly summer, but okay. We have a Juicy Couture top. That feels funny. Don't like the feel of that. A standard Cotton Traders polo. These are a pair of brand new with tags Columbia Omniwick. A lot leggingy things. Okay, that should do okay. This is a Fat Face t-shirt. This does need a bit of an oxy bath, but nothing to worry about, I don't think. Now I did like this one. This is a Ted Baker. I don't normally pick up Ted Baker very often because, you know, the market's flooded, but this has got loads of little parrots on. So I thought that was quite nice. We have a vintage Reebok jacket. It's got Reebok on the side there. Quite nice. This is a kicker's coat. The kind of thing you'd wear to school back in the day. This is a regatta gilet. Again, not bought it for the brand, bought it for the style. It's a green puffer gilet. It will appeal to a large amount of people. We have a Aquascutum polo, standard stuff. This one's quite funky. This is All Saints, and this is actually a men's. It's got a weird, like a leopard print, but black and white. There we go. We have a Nike extra large jacket. It's quite nice. Another fat face, like a Henley top. A white stuff coat. A bunker mentality polo. That's a golfing brand by the looks of it. And an All Saints. I don't know whether to call these jumpers because they're not really thick enough to be jumpers, but they are. It is 100% merino wool. So, as I was saying earlier, one of the materials that I look out for. Next bag, we have a Derby County training top. I know that this is stained, I've seen the stains on it, but I'm sure we can get them out. This is another super dry, I think. Yeah, but it's really heavy, this one. It's a bit plain and I wouldn't unpick it up, but it's just really heavy, really good quality, that one. We have another Derby County jacket. And that, quite nice. An NFL team apparel. This is an on-field jersey. Don't know the team, don't know the player. I need to do some research, or my VA will have to do some research. This is a nice one. I like this one. So I don't even know if it has a brand. Richard James Mayfair, Savile Row. I really like the material. I just like the colour. It's a really nice jacket. And I thought, can't go wrong with that, surely. Nice style. Another fat face polo. An Orvis polo. Another staple of my store, England rugby, hoodies, t-shirts, you name it. I've got it, or I've had it. They do sell quite well, to be fair. This is another gilet, Jack Murphy again, style, colour, good size as well, size 20. So. This is a nice polo. I like this one. If this was my size, I'd have kept it. It has got a stain on the front, I know about that, but it is a Nautica polo. I just like the embroidery down the collar bit there. Another super dry hoodie. I'm I'm hoping that if these are priced right, they won't hang around too much. And I think because I got them for a decent price, I don't really need to get top dollar for them. That was a Jules jumper. This is a Hugo Boss blazer. This was, I've never heard of the brand, it's called Jacks of New York. But it's really heavy, I really like the style of it. Fat face hoodie. Rowan shirt. I would have picked that up last week, but again, the size put me off. It was a small, and for 80 quid, I thought no. For 5 quid, yeah. Another word fish. Hi, come to help. You're helping? You're not going to help. This one is very old. It's a Lecoq Sportif, but it's a Charlton Athletic training t-shirt. Not sure of the value of that one. It is a little bit aged, so maybe have a bit. We have a Liverpool shirt. Not done any research into that whatsoever. Don't even know what year it's from. We have a standard Adidas hoodie. A North Face. It's very lightweight. I think it must be like just a rain mac of some description. Some M1 shorts. A Ping quarter zip. It's got Barracuda arcade on the side. Don't know if that means anything. This is a Castor gilet with a hood. That might be mine, I might keep that one. Don't know. And then from the clothing point of view, last but not least, we have this very bright North Face hoodie. So, 350 quid for all that lot. And then I bought some Playmobil sets. So there were 3 in total. We've got this one, which is the dinosaurs. This one, which is like a night set, but it's pulling the dog and stuff. She said that some of this is in the big one. And then there's this. I mean, I don't know why I do it. I don't know where I'm storing it. But that's everything from the car boot. And that's everything for this week. Again, as always, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate all the support that you've given. If you think that this was a good pickup, let me know in the comments. If you think I should have saved me money, let me know in the comments. I will get the chest mount thing sorted. I will get car boot videos back on the channel. But for now, I'm going to enjoy the rest of the weekend, and I'll see you next week for more eBay buying and selling of stuff. Bye.